Hello everyone, and welcome to a short video to remind you of some handy tips that you might find helpful when dealing with complicated fractions. Here's the first tip that I have for you. You can multiply any fraction by 1. Now I know that probably seems obvious to you, but here's the second point, is that 1 can take whatever form you find most convenient. So, for instance, you could multiply your fraction by 3x over 3x, and that's the same thing as 1. You can even multiply your fraction by x plus y squared if you want. You can multiply your fraction by the square root of 46 over the square root of 46. As long as the top and bottom are the same, you can multiply it by whatever you want, and that really helps when it comes to simplifying fractions. Here's the second thing that I want you to remember, is that you can move your negative sign around. Again, you're going to put it where you find it most convenient. So, for instance, if you have 3 minus 1/2, that is the same thing as 3 plus negative 1/2. That is the same thing as 3 plus negative 1 over 2, which is the same thing as 3 plus 1 over negative 2. So you can see that you can move your negative sign around wherever you kind of want it to be. That is also sometimes quite helpful. Here's another thing that you can do. You can cancel numbers from the tops and bottoms of fractions. So for instance, if you have 3 times x minus 2 over x minus 2, you could come in and you could say, you know what, I'm going to cancel out these x minus 2's and I'm going to be left with just a plain old 3. Likewise, if you had 13 times x squared plus 4 over 26 times x squared plus 4, you could cancel out those two, and then both 13 and 26 are divisible by 13, so you could change that to 1, 2. So your new answer is just 1/2. So canceling is very powerful, and you will do that a lot in this chapter. Here's my caution though. Don't mess around with plain old addition and subtraction. Don't mess with addition and subtraction. Let me show you what I mean. Let's say that you have 3 minus x over 3. You cannot cancel out those 3's. Why? Well, because this is held together with subtraction, and that's not the same. Up here, we had everything being multiplied, and so we could factor it out. But if there's no multiplication going on, then it cannot be simplified. However, this 3 minus x over 4 times 3 minus x, now we can take out that whole term and this whole term, so we would get 1/4. All right, but I find these 4 things very handy dandy, and you should not be afraid to use them if you think it's going to help you. The other thing that I will say about the problems in this chapter is it should be fun. Fun. I want you to think of this as like a crossword puzzle where you try things and then you erase things and then you try it from another track and then you erase it again. This should be fun, not torture, but actually enjoyable. All right, good luck.